Hello, fellow Walking Dead fans. This is Solid Dave Snake, bringing you guys and gals a quick preview video before I start doing the individual reviews of The Walking Dead TV Series 7.5 action figures by McFarlane Toys. And we will be taking a look at all three of these action figures in this preview before I do the individual reviews. But before we take a look at them, I want to give a little explanation to what these figures really are. They're called TV Series 7.5, but they fall in the same lines as what the previous Flashback series and individual release Shane and the TV Series 7 exclusive Herschel and Rick were, and that is what McFarlane calls them in-house, which is the Solid series. And why McFarlane calls this the Solid series is because they sell these individual figures in solid cases of just those figures to the retailers. So they began all this for individual retailers like Walgreens and Target and soon to be GameStop, for them to get exclusive figures at their stores to bring people in and just have exclusive rights to those figures. And it really technically all started off with the TV Series 4 Walgreens exclusive Rick Grimes, because what these Solid Series figures consist of are mashed up parts from previous action figures to make the exclusive. And that Series 4 Rick Grimes was a mashup of the TV Series 1 Rick Grimes' head on the TV Series 2 Rick Grimes' body. So that was technically really the start of the Solid series, because Walgreens got single cases of those. And then it continued with Shane Walsh with a hat, which I hated because I thought that original Shane figure was horrible. And just to have a new head sculpt on that crappy body was really bad. And then after that, I didn't like the release of what they actually called the Flashback series, which consisted of Michonne, which was the same exact Michonne that came in TV Series 3, only she came with some extra zombie heads, or zombie pet heads, in one of the governor's fish tanks. So that was the only difference with that figure. In that series was also a straight-up re-release of the RV zombie from TV Series 2. And then there was a re-release of the Daryl Dixon action figure that came with the Chopper Deluxe set, which I wasn't too angry about getting a single-carded figure of that, because I thought that figure deserved a single card to itself. And then we move on to the exclusives for Series 7, which Walgreens had an exclusive for the Rick Grimes in a sheriff's uniform, and the Rick Grimes, it used the Rick Grimes from Series 1 and Series 2, kind of like that Series 4 Walgreens exclusive. So I really did not like that. They just mashed up the TV Series 1 body with the TV Series 2 head. So it was just the exact opposite of what they did for that original Series 4 Walgreens exclusive. So I thought that was bad, but I did like the Target exclusive in that series, which was the Flu Mask Herschel. So that was pretty good. But now we move on to TV Series 7.5, and McFarlane has finally got it right with this series. I love what they did with the mashups of this series. We'll start off with Gravedigger Daryl Dixon, who is a Walgreens exclusive. And this is basically the same body as the Daryl Dixon that came with his motorcycle. However, we get a brand new head sculpt and brand new hand sculpts with those gloves and a real nice shovel accessory, but no crossbow, which I found kind of weird. But hey, we've gotten one with every one of his figures so far, so we got enough crossbows. It wasn't that big of a deal, but I love that action figure. Great mashup. And then we move on to Woodbury Assault Rick Grimes, who doesn't have any new molded or sculpted parts, but it is a total repaint, which is done to his look from that mid-season finale of Season 3 and the mid-season restart. So I really like this, and he comes with some awesome accessories as well, some brand new accessories like the telephone when he went crazy. So I really think this is a great release as well. No new parts, but a great new paint job. And then we have my favorite out of this series, the Cell Block Cell Block Flu Walker, sorry about that, who I think is absolutely one of the best walkers that has been released so far in the TV series. Doesn't have any gimmicks, which I'm happy about. And yes, he does use reused parts, but he has a lot of new parts as well, so it's almost like a completely new action figure. He uses some parts off of the TV Series 5 Glenn Rhee action figure, but he has a lot of new molded and sculpted parts, which I will go over in the review. And also, if you haven't joined yet or given it a like, my Facebook page, One Solid Dave Snake over at Facebook, I just started it up about 2 weeks ago. I actually did a early review just for that Facebook page of the Flu Walker. So if you want to check it out early before I do the review again for my channel, you can go to the page and check it out. I'll put a link in the description below. And I'll also put a link in the description below to the Facebook group, if you haven't joined it yet, The Walking Dead Action Figures and Memorabilia, which I'm an administrator for, and it is the best group in Facebook for the Walking Dead action figures and collectibles. So if you haven't joined, do yourself a favor and click that link down below and give it a join. But alright everybody, stay tuned for the reviews. They will be up shortly, and I will catch you then in the reviews.